Hey everybody, Josh with you here today. We're going to go ahead and compare two knives for you today. We got the modern production Schrade 70T or 70T. It's also known as a bear claw. It's clearly a copy of the Buck 110, I think. I don't really remember. But anyways, it's also a copy of an older Schrade, the LB7. As you can tell, they're clearly the same pattern. The only real difference is the old classic LB7. This one is a 4-pin, so it's old. Well, pretty darn old. It's also Schrade Plus, so it's 440C stainless steel. The brass is a little bit higher quality and rounded and fatter. It has what they called Wonderwood or Wonderwood grip scales. It's some really weird composite. It's partially wood and partially some kind of resin. And you can tell it's just a higher quality knife. There are hardly any other real differences here other than I think in weight due to the difference in size. We'll go ahead and do a cut test and we'll give you a little bit of more information here. The Schrade from the late 70s, early 80s would have run about $40 to 45 or 50 at a expensive shop. This one costs about 25 nowadays, so you can tell there's going to be a lower quality just because of the fact that it's cheaper. Cut tests seem conclusive. It's hopping. Fails cut test. There's really not much point in testing the blade of the other one due to the fact that it's an old beat up knife and I sharpened it, but let's see if I did a better job. It looks good. I think it's a little better. Not much. So we got a bad cut test and a failure cut test. That's not good. The paper is a little bit old, so maybe it wasn't 100% reliable, but we're going to go ahead and run the specs on the LB7 first, because it's obviously the knife the other one is modeled after. We are zeroed out. How many ounces does this blade weigh? Looks like 7.929. 7.929. 10-1 in the sheath. The new 70T, barely even sits on there, 6.8. So it's not only thinner, it's also significantly lighter, over an ounce. Although I would guess the sheath might bring it up to about the same weight. I'm totally wrong. It only weighs 8.8 altogether. Almost 8.9. Okay. So we went over the fact that the machining is much lower quality. The blade failed the cut test, but it is sharp enough to be useful. It just doesn't have an impressive blade. You could sharpen it up. It feels like a good stainless steel. I don't know what it is. It's most likely one of the more common 440 stainless. It's probably not 440C, but it might be if they were trying to copy the old LB7 as close as they could, what Schrade called Schrade Steel Plus or Schrade Plus Steel. I'm going to probably review this 3.5 out of 5. It is a good knife, don't get me wrong. It's just kind of sad that you know, the old-timer name or the Schrade name is on a inferior quality knife. And it also used to be a made in USA brand, and it's no longer made in USA, it's made in China. This was Josh, and we reviewed, and compared the Schrade 70T, 70T Cave Bear, or Bear, I think. It doesn't say on here. Whatever, it's a 70T. And I really wouldn't recommend it. It's a fairly inexpensive knife for what it is, so if you need to get somebody a gift and you see one of these for cheap at Walmart and they're not a big knife enthusiast, they just, you know, might want a pocket knife or a sheath knife, belt knife, it's pretty good. And it should be safe. This is Josh, and we're signing out.